Hi everyone, welcome back to my class. Students, today we are going to understand another important concept from the biology, that is how do organisms reproduce. We are going to start class 10 biology, how do organisms reproduce. We know that most of the living beings reproduce. We have seen that, right? Most of the living beings they can reproduce. But living beings reproduce their own kind. What do you mean by own kind? See, if you observe here, the dog is giving birth to their puppies. It is of its own kind, right? These puppies look similar to the mother. So that is why we call it as its own kind. See, the dog give birth to its puppies, whereas the human beings they give birth to their babies. Elephants they give birth to their baby elephants. Correct. So this is what we call it as the living beings reproduce their own kind. So basically, what is meant by reproduction? Reproduction is where the organism reproduce new organisms. How can we define? In simple, reproduction is organisms. The organisms they give birth or they reproduce new organisms. They reproduce or they give birth to new organisms. So we call this process as reproduction. Organism give birth to their young ones. Correct. Organisms they are giving birth to their young ones. We call this process as reproduction. So this is clear, very clear for you. But what you have to understand here in detail? The thing which you have to understand here is reproduction necessary to survive? If we have to live, if any organisms have to survive, if they have to live, do the organisms have to compulsorily reproduce? Do you think reproduction is necessary to keep the human beings alive or any organisms alive? Do you think like that? I don't think so. Because reproduction is not necessary to stay alive. We can see that elephant is giving birth to the baby elephant, and mother is giving birth to the another human baby, and the dog is giving birth to the puppies. In these cases, all the organisms are reproducing. Even though they do not reproduce, even though these dog do not reproduce, the human do not reproduce, and the elephant is not reproducing, they can survive. Okay, even though they do not reproduce, they can survive. So reproduction is not necessary to stay alive. One thing is clear, right? One thing is clear. What is clear? Reproduction is not necessary. What is not necessary? Reproduction. Reproduction is not necessary. It is not necessary for what? To stay alive. To stay alive, reproduction is not necessary. Correct. So then, why do we have to reproduce? We understood that to live or to survive or to stay alive, reproduction is not necessary. Correct. Then why do we have to reproduce, or why do organisms have to reproduce? It is because reproduction is necessary for the species to survive. Very important, understand. Reproduction is necessary for the species to stay alive. Very important to understand. Why is reproduction necessary? Reproduction is necessary for the organisms or for the species to stay alive. Then what is meant by species here? Why do we call it as species? See, species means if the organisms they look similar. For example, see, the baby is somewhat looking similar to mother because there is nose, there is mouth, there are two eyes, there are ears, right? There are some similar qualities in the baby. Whereas here also the puppies look similar to the dog. Whereas here you can see the cubs look similar to the tiger. So there is some similarity. If these organisms, if they look similar and if they have ability to reproduce, even these cubs when they grow, what happen? They have the ability to reproduce. They will reproduce. right? So if the organisms have similarity and if they have the ability to reproduce, we call that they belongs to one species. Now these all cubs belong to one species, that is a tiger species. If these are all puppies are belonging to one species, right? So that is how we can define the species. How can we define species? They are the organisms. Species are a group of organisms which have the similarity and which also have the ability to reproduce. They have the ability to reproduce. Hence, we call them as the species. Clear? So, if we want that species, if these species, if they have to be alive, whatever we have seen, the dogs or the elephants or the cubs or the human beings, if these species, if they have to be alive, then what is needed? The reproduction is needed. Reproduction is very, very important for the species to be alive. Okay, now let's take an example of group of fox. Let's see a group of fox. Okay, see, you can see a group of fox here. So if these group of fox, if they are staying in a forest, let's consider they are all in a forest. Let's think about their reproduction. Okay, individually each fox need not to reproduce to stay alive. Here we are seeing the foxes, right? Each foxes, they need not reproduce to stay alive. Individually means each fox which I am showing here, each fox, it is not necessary for them to reproduce individually to stay alive. Reproduction is not necessary to stay alive. Let's think, if these foxes, if they do not reproduce, if they do not reproduce, what will happen? As the time passes, these foxes, they become older, correct? And one fine day they will die. Now, even if they do not get aging also, they will die. How? There are predators, right? There are predators like lion, tiger. They come and they may harm these animals, so they will die. Even they do not get aging, even they do not become old, also they will die because of the predators. Predators, they want the food, right? They will attack these animals and they make them to die and they will eat them. Correct? So now even the foxes, if they do not get aging also, they will die. Because the tiger or the lion, they have to survive, right? If they have to survive, they will depend on these kind of animals. Now let us take another situation. Even if they do not get aging, even they do not attacked by the predators, they will die due to some of the natural calamities. Correct? Due to some of the natural calamities also, these foxes may die. Okay, it is just a matter of time. It's just a matter. All the organisms will die, not only the foxes, the elephants, the human beings, or whatever the animals we see, all the organisms, they will die. So, if the foxes do not have the ability to reproduce, just think, if the foxes, if they do not have the ability to reproduce, there will be no foxes in future, correct? There will be no foxes in the future. It not only affects the foxes, but also it affects the tiger, correct? And also the lion, because they need the food for their survival. If there are no foxes, then how could they get the food to survive? It is not only affecting the foxes, now it is also affecting the tiger or the lion or whichever the animal which is depending on the foxes. Now totally the whole ecosystem will disturb. The whole ecosystem will disturb. Correct? So because they will also not find food. These animals, they will also not find food and the whole ecosystem will disturb. So reproduction helps the foxes to increase their population. So another important reason why reproduction is necessary. Reproduction is necessary to increase the population. To increase the population, reproduction is necessary. To increase the population, reproduction is necessary. Reproduction is necessary. Correct? So to increase the population, reproduction is necessary. So now even they get hunted or they die due to some problem, these species can still survive, right? For example, see, there are group of foxes. If they start to reproduce, what happens? There will be more and more number of foxes in future. Now, even they get attacked by the predators, even they die due to natural calamities, few foxes, they still survive. They remain alive because their population is already increased. To increase the population, what is necessary? Reproduction is necessary. It also allows the population to grow. It leads to the stability. That is the reason the reproduction is necessary. Clear? So now, there is another reason. Apart from these reasons, there is another reason that why reproduction is necessary, why the reproduction is important. Let us understand what is the another reason why the reproduction is important. It is because the reproduction leads to evolution. Very important. Reproduction leads to evolution. Reproduction, it leads to evolution because we all know that when an individual reproduces, they do not look exactly. We all know that when an individual reproduces, they do not look exactly like the parents. For example, see here, I'll show some pictures. See, if we observe this picture, we can identify that the offsprings are not completely same as their parents. They do have similarity. They resemble. There are some characteristics or there are some appearance traits which are present in the offspring. That means babies. Offsprings means babies. But offsprings are not completely same as the parents. Correct? There will be similarity, but they are not completely same. Correct? So, we could find there is some similarity and there are some differences between the parents and these offspring. And when these offsprings, when they grow, when they become adults, they also reproduce, right? There is some more variation which can be seen between these offsprings and their children. Correct? So, likewise, what happened from one generation to another generation, we can see the differences. From one generation to another generation, what can we see? We can see the differences. And we can call the differences as variation. We can call that differences as variation. Variations are the differences that can be seen between the parents and the offsprings. There are some similarities and there are some differences between the parents and offsprings. They are not completely same. As the generation passes, we can see that more differences are seen in the organisms. Correct? So, as we can see more and more difference in such organism, what happened? We can call such type of differences or such type of development as the evolution. For example, see, we can find that how that human being has been evolved. If you observe this picture, you'll get an idea. See, as the monkeys start to reproduce, what happened? As the generation passes, we could see there are some variation in this generation of monkey. And when this generation is start to reproduce, what happened? As the time passes, there was some difference to this generation. As the time passes, what happened? We can see that there is lot of changes, there is lot of differences between the first generation to this final generation. There is lot of differences, and this difference we call it as evolution. This difference we call it as evolution. Very, very important. Clear? I hope you all got an idea what is evolution and what is variation. Evolution is a drastic change. It's a drastic differences which is seen between generation to generation. Variation is the difference between the parent and the offspring. Variation is the just difference between the parent and the offspring. Here also you can observe. See, the grandparents, if these two couple, if they give birth to their children, what happen? They don't look similar. And these two couple, what happen? If they give birth to their children, what happen? They completely not look same. There is some similarity, but they do not look same. Now let's summarize whatever we have studied and why reproduction is necessary. See, it is needed. It is needed to form an individual to stay alive. Reproduction is not necessary to stay alive, but for the species to stay alive, the reproduction is necessary. And this happens how? By growing the population. As the population increases, what happens? The species will stay alive. Okay, then and organisms reproduce the population. When organisms reproduce, what happens? The population increases. As the population increases, what is the major thing we can find? We can find the variation, and we can also find the evolution. We can find the variation between the organisms because they are not completely same. There will be some similarity, and as the generation passes, we can also find the evolution. So this is the reason why the reproduction is important, why organisms have to undergo reproduce. We all know that what is reproduction. It is just a process that all the organisms giving birth to their young ones. It is the definition for the reproduction, but why it is important, we have to understand. I hope you all got an idea that why reproduction is important. Okay, so in the next session, I'll come up with another topic. I hope you all have understood these topics. So that's all for this session. I'm signing off. Thank you.